Some settle for good, others want better. You demand the best. Big Jake Little here with the sweater vest. Talking about Warren Buffett's first deal of the crisis, $10 billion of distressed natural gas assets. $120 billion in cash and something as boring as a pipeline is what Warren Buffett goes for. I wonder if there was maybe someone who several months before that already started acting on such an idea. Maybe someone who was currently lacking sleeves under the vest. Let's check the receipts. All right. So in the throes of the crisis, we schedule a dollar cost average into One Oak S&P 500 investment grade level natural gas assets pipeline company predominantly based in the Midwest. Those conservative state governments are a tough nut to crack. No opinions, but that's just a fact. It was regulatory problems on an Atlantic Coast pipeline that caused Dominion Energy to divest these assets to Mr. Buffett at a very discounted price. Natural gas prices haven't been this low for quite some time. Nevertheless, MIT Energy Initiative, which I read a little bit before jumping online here, as well as a little bit from McKinsey, and a couple weeks ago it was a Department of Energy piece from 2015, so we're coming in pretty confident in the claims right now. The long-term case for natural gas, very strong. So as oil, coal, we're seeing those scale back. Banks are less interested in lending. You look at companies such as Chubb Insurance or Swiss Re, they're getting a little more selective about who they choose to insure and lend to. Plus, as the rest of the world tries to address their carbon targets as well, you're going to see American natural gas exports greatly increase. That may be one of the keys here, okay? Let's take a look at the historical price action as part of why I feel very confident in not only the 12% yield. You run the rule of 72. I mean, we'll even say 10. That's doubling in 7 years alone. But speaking of doubling, so I printed this out today. This is the price right now. The first time I purchased a little bit of this company, and, small amounts, young guy, not going crazy. The reason I have the shareholder book from last year is because first time purchased February 2016, energy crash, okay? Now, in those 4 years, has ESG and renewable investing and those opportunities, the technology, has it all greatly improved? Yes. Am I very interested and even more interested in those things than I am in this? Absolutely. More material forthcoming. Made some investments there as well, so stay tuned on that. Nonetheless, given that there hasn't been a major fundamental change and even the conservative estimates of economic activity even over the next 5 years, not a crazy stretch of the imagination to imagine this one starting to tick up a little bit, right? Not that I intend to sell. However, if you combine this dividend, and remember, S&P 500, so they can take credit. They're making changes to emphasize the shareholders. This many pages in the book, they're talking about this topic. They're trying to get these payments out to retirees. We're not going to go into all the numbers here today. We're talking ideas and concepts. However, just trying to get on the radar here that we're making big moves over here at Big Jake Little. And you'll notice the Buffett move took place in July. This one here was in April. It's not fancy IPO investing. It's not Robinhood day trades or things like that. It's a long-term value creation. So I felt very, very validated by seeing Mr. Buffett follow the lead that I had set several months before. This is not prescriptive, as in what is good or what is the best thing that we can do. I think perhaps emphasizing the renewables a little more might be a great route. You won't see me investing in coal, I'll tell you that. What we are doing is being descriptive. I tell you how the world works. I tell you what's going to happen. And in this case, the record shows that Warren had my back on this one. So keep tuning in for some more accountable predictions. This is going to be one of the craziest investment time capsules ever. Have an awesome rest of your day.